Here we are, Paul and John, Ep.3. Wyndham Clark is your 2023 U.S. Open champion. Can't really hate it. He
No,
fucking played unbelievable.
I think it's kind of crazy that the people who finished in the top three shot even around, like, they all shot even today.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I don't know. It just seems like for me when I'm watching, if I'm being real with you, I wanted Rory or Ricky to win. And when I'm watching Rory in a U.S. Open, like, or any major as of late, come down to this last day and just can't like do anything about it. It's like frustrating. I'm like, dude,
it's
like
tough.
he just couldn't make a putt today.
No,
He was like almost perfect from inside of what 7 feet or something, but then couldn't make a putt outside that. Like it was crazy. Had so many putts today. He had like one putt half like through 14 holes, and everything else was a two putt. He was hitting
yeah,
greens and everything, just could not make a putt.
he couldn't.
Ricky was just tough to watch. Like he just looked uncomfortable. And I don't know if it's like I guess you see yesterday how he was like signing autographs and like doing all this shit super late, like when even when
Mhm.
it was dark out. I don't want to blame it on that, but like I feel like if he wanted to do that, so he wanted to do that. But I also think like, man, maybe going into a Sunday of a major, you should just like get out of there and go back and rest.
Yeah, just go to
Uh,
sleep.
Just like don't do too much. Don't have 40 minutes worth of interviews and sign autographs for an hour and a half. Like I know it's like what you want to do, but just do that on Sunday. Like
Yeah, like
do
you
that at
still have a full day of golf. Like you still have 18 holes to play.
most important 18 holes to play as well.
Yeah,
But
it was
yeah,
tough for him. But I mean, so I was again. I mean, I said this in the last couple episodes. I like talked to Chris during all these tournaments because we watched and like the way Ricky's been playing the last couple of years, and even playing great when Thursday through Saturday, and then having a
mhm.
tough day today. You can't. I don't think you can be mad at that. Like it's. I mean, he's going to have a bad round here and there, but I mean, if like he's getting better, he's finding his swing, he's finding his game. Like I think he's going to be in contention a whole lot more.
Yeah, no, for sure. And hopefully he gets and it's pretty just like you can just see it like look at Justin Thomas this week, man. Like he was almost finished dead last.
Yeah,
And he even came out and said, like, you see me at my highs, you'll see me at my lows. And like I'm hoping for JT, it's like not a Ricky situation where was in a high for the start of his career and has been in a low for the past however many years now. And like I don't know, Ricky's just a guy to me. Like I grew up like when he was like I used to go out in like the orange pants and like the orange shirts and like it was no Puma, it was like some TJ Maxx, like whatever orange I could find, I'd wear it.
mm-hmm.
And I don't know, he got a lot of young people into the game, especially he got me into the game. Like it was
He
him, and then
did.
once I
He
and then
took
I got
out. He took our whole generation of the game. Everybody, dude. Everybody started playing with the long hair with the matching colors. Like he
flat
was.
brown hats,
Yeah,
like
he was the. He was like the teenage heartthrob on tour. Like everyone wanted to be like Ricky.
yeah. So it's tough to watch him like be so close to not succeed. But then again, like
But it's great to
make
see him like come back, like start his comeback.
yeah, but like you have to give it to him. Like every time he was still in it today, like Clark just did something, like got up and down from some crazy scenarios. Like I think nine's that par five, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
nine. Like when he duffed one into the weeds, I'm like he's gonna have to take it unplayable and then get
Yeah,
on
but
the
he went
green.
up and down for bogey.
Yeah, he threw it
It was
across the green, like shitty
insane.
lie, put it to like 3 feet, made a putt. It was like that could have been it's a 2 shot swing, it could have been a 4 shot swing. And then like at that point you had like and it's like you have like people are always like, oh, tour players are like blocking other scores out. They're like having their mind number. They need to shoot. I don't fucking buy it. You know what you're shooting. You know what the player, especially in the last two pairings. Like you fucking know what other people are doing. You're looking at the leaderboard.
You
It's
have
just
to.
like it's a
It's
sports
human
thing.
nature.
Yeah, it's human nature to just peak up, and you might not acknowledge it and be like, shit, I'm too behind. But you're like, okay, I need shots.
Well,
I
you
need
do
to.
it anyway. You do it when you're playing in like in scramble tournaments at your local munis. You play it when you're just going out with the boys. You're like, okay, I'm shooting like I'm laying 63 right now. I need a par out for a 74. Like you do it
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah,
And
you
like
do.
you don't know for like you do know like say like the two of us are going out. I don't know. I know, but I don't know exactly what number you're at. I can just tell by how good, like how well you're playing, where it's like, okay, I have to go up and down for here because otherwise Ryan may run away with this hole. Like,
Yeah,
like, and for Ricky, it's like, okay, I have to try to save par here because the way this guy's playing, he's gonna beat me every hole.
yeah. It was once Ricky skied that 3 wood on the one par three, and then fluffed the flop shot, and then made he saved bogey, but I was like, that's just not there right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was entertaining to watch. Like I don't know. I don't know how do you feel about the U.S. Open week in general, like that being where it was held?
I have a lot of thoughts about it. One, and it's been taking over Twitter. I don't think this course was it. I
No.
mean, it's a nice course. Don't get me wrong. It's a very nice course. It's aesthetically pleasing to look at. Like I would have a fun time playing there if I ever had $250,000 as a down payment to start a membership for $8 million. But there was nobody there. Like this just felt like a regular tournament. There was nobody there.
They opened up the members.
Yeah, they opened it up for only members, and then they were like, okay, shit, nobody's here for Sunday. We have to drop 20,000 tickets for $10 just to fill people in.
Yeah, it's I've I don't know. Like the course layout was interesting how they like like I like it's cool because like you get like the super long par threes and some really short ones, but I've never been a fan of long par threes. I know tour players aren't. I don't want to see tour players hitting
Nobody wants
five.
to hit a 5 wood off a par three. Nobody wants to shoot a 210-yard par three.
No, like I'd say the max of a par three, like the 220 is where you guys get 5 irons in their hand, like that's fine. But once they get the fourth, like 4 irons, driving irons, woods, like come on, like really, like this is a drivable par four,
Yeah.
and like people are like all the best players in the world just makes it harder for them. I'm like, yeah, but it's just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
dumb. Like I don't want to see someone taking a driving iron off a par three, making fours on the par, and like I don't know. It's just like
stepping up to a tee box and seeing that you have 240 yards for a par three, that's such a it's just takes the wind out of your sail. Because you're looking at the scorecard, you're like, okay, I got a par three coming up. I have then a followed by a four, a five, and then another four. You're like, okay, I can get a birdie on the three, and you're like, oh, but the three is 400 yards.
yeah, I don't know. Like the course itself was like it just didn't feel like a U.S. Open. You know,
And I blame a lot of that for there's nobody there.
there's a lot of people there too that like I think Brooks and Fitzgerald said I think they both said that this course isn't their favorite. And yeah, they didn't have great weeks, but like when you look at like past major winners saying it, like especially like Fitzy and Brooks, like most recent past US Open champion, and then someone who like is
Brooks,
the
the
major,
PGA.
yeah, like just the major guy, like it's his thing now. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
coming out saying, I want to get the double digit majors and all this. And you have those guys saying it's just like not like the best layout of a course, like and like I don't know,
Like it would make
it,
sense if somebody else said it.
yeah, it was nice
Like
watching
it was
like
like 2013 at Marion when like Zach Johnson missed the cut and was just like, oh, this course sucks. You're like, all right, well, like
yeah,
you're like 140th in the world. Like it doesn't matter. But when you have these
yeah.
guys who play week in and week out who are in contention in the top 10 every week, almost miss the cut, and they're like, yeah, this course just isn't it.
Well, I just like I don't know. I like when majors are close, like it was today. It was a close finish. I also just like I just like something about sometimes like majors like they put these pins in places where you just really can't stick it close. Like, you have to play perfect golf or somewhat near perfect golf to like access some of these pins and stuff. And like I don't care if someone fucking misses a fairway. I don't want to see someone laying it up from 170 yards because they can barely see their ball in the first cut of rough.
Yeah.
Like that's just like okay, you're doing this just so it's like impossible if you don't hit fairways, which I get they're trying to make it tough, but like
But
you got
you could like kind of layer the rough, right?
yeah, like
Like if you do like I for like an example, like you have your fairway and then you have like the first cut of the fairway where like the rough instantly goes fairway to like 14 feet of just grass. At
hmm
least cut it down to like regular rough and then farther towards like the the gallery, like towards the people, start putting the high rough where it's like if you really miss your shot, then yeah, you're screwed.
I hate seeing people miss the fairway by like a yard or two, and they're just fucking screwed. It's just like
It's tough. It's tough.
I don't know. Like today when I was watching, I was just kind of like, it didn't. I don't know, man. It just didn't like feel that like it was entertaining, but it wasn't like, oh my God, he just birdied that hole. It's like, oh, there's another drop shot by a leader, another drop shot. Oh, instead of watching people birdie, like have throw comes a couple birdies back and forth, it was like, oh, they bogeyed, oh, they bogeyed, oh, they bogeyed. Like, cool, we're watching people drop shots,
Yeah.
which is just like I think
You're like watching
golf.
people scramble for par, and like that's not exciting.
And that's the thing. I don't want people shooting 25 under in a fucking open or like a major, but like I want it to like they have to be able to go out and score. Like, and then it's like
Yeah.
course obviously changed throughout the day. So it's like people will be like, oh, Tommy Fleetwood shot 7 under. I'm like, wait, we also teed it off really early.
Yeah, he also
And
teed it off at 8 in the morning, and these guys
yeah,
teed it off at 1:45 local time, and just in the blazing LA sun.
yeah, like
Like,
wind picked it up.
okay, it's going to be a little dewy in the morning. Fleetwood's ball is probably not going to roll off into the rough, whereas like Ricky's tee shot goes down the middle, rolls off into the rough 2 feet, and it's gone.
Yeah. And it's just that's how it is though. And there's something like that that's how golf has to be played. But I would have much rather been like these guys are coming down and it's like Scheffler tried to call his way back. But like it was just so many bogeys today, man. Like bogeys where they couldn't do anything. And he was like, and that's the thing, they have to make the US Open courses punishing. I got that. And man, I was also just kind of like, I wish it was more like bang, bang, not like, well, drop shot, drop shot.
Mm-hmm.
You
And that
know,
was
I don't know.
especially today. Like the first 3 days were fine. I didn't think there was that much. Like, because a lot of the guys on Twitter were like, there needs to be more blood in this course. Like, it's
Yeah,
just these guys are shooting lights out right now. And then I don't know what happened into Sunday where it's just like nobody could find the fairway
a lot
except
windier.
for Wyndham Clark. Hit 18. He hit every green and every fairway this entire tournament.
I mean, that just proves that hitting like fairways and greens is so important to the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's different too. Like I think like if being the best players in the world, I get it. Like the rough can't be like it is when we go out and play a course.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of courses we play where if you're in the rough, you're like, I'd rather be in the rough sometimes than like the rough's really not that like difficult. Like you're not gonna spin the ball as much, but like you're not gonna have a problem getting the club on the ball. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like we're not playing courses with inches of rough where it's like even Wingcoat, which is like a nice course, but it's like how many times are you in the rough there and you're like, I have a bad life. You're in the fescue, yeah, we deal with that shit. But like Wingcoat, man, like, I'll be in the rough and like I'm just like whatever. It's
Like
the
hole
rough.
three. If I'm in the rough on hole three, I have a perfect shot at the green.
Yeah, like whole yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter. It's just not that long. It doesn't really affect you like as much as it does. And that's why they have to have these courses do that. So like it's tough because I get why they do it, but I also wish they could like, find a way to not make it so drastically like hurtful to be in the
Yeah.
rough. So and like I forget what hole what Ricky was on. Maybe it was like 13 or something. Where he was like in the new rough that they let like the fairway grow up because they made the fairway like not as wide.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, Wyndham, can you move over? I'm just chipping out. I can't do anything."
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, fuck, like he needs to try something. Like if he could just have a shot at the green, like just get it on the green and have a 60-footer for birdie, I'd much rather watch that
Well, Wyndham
than
had
him.
that. Wyndham had that too, and he put it might have been, it was either 16 or 17 where he put his tee shot. Him and Ricky both put their tee shot in the bunker opposite each other in their fairway bunker, and like Wyndham's shot, he had to chip it out because one, yes, the U.S. Open bunkers are like almost impossible to get out of the fairway,
Yeah,
but he had like a 4 foot drop, and then it was like another 3 feet of rough. So
yeah,
he had to chip it out. I think he put it maybe 75 yards
yeah.
and then had to go up and down for a bogey. Like it's
It's
just
just I don't know. I just didn't have the love of the US Open this year. I was liking it when Ricky was winning. And maybe that's where I got like I lost interest when Ricky started playing like shit. I was just like, fuck, I don't care anymore.
yeah. But I can't, if it was like they were both struggling and then Ricky just struggled a little more, I could be real mad. I can't be mad at the fact that Wyndham Clark just played his fucking nuts off the
No.
entire week.
Oh no. He's a little cocky, but that's how I grew up. You can't like that's like I don't get mad at people when they're cocky. As long as it's not an asshole about it, then go ahead and be confident in yourself. There's a difference between like being an arrogant, cocky asshole, or just being like cocky and confident. There's a big line between confidence and cocky, and then arrogant, cocky.
Yeah, like who's that Sam Bennett, that amateur? Like be that. Like be cocky. Go up there and tell people when you play Augusta for the first time, you're like, I've actually played college courses that are harder. Like
Yeah,
like be confident. Be like, I'm good at golf. I can play this course. People say this is one of the hardest courses out here to win. It probably is for a major, but it's not a hard course.
yeah.
So be confident and cocky and like the fact that you could just go out there and be like, look, it's not that bad. You just have to win, and it's hard to win.
That's the hardest part is winning. Yeah, but I
But
think overall, like it was a good, week. A
it
good
was a
week.
great week. I love to see the emotion. So like when he won, I know you said
Yeah,
you missed it, but he
yeah,
won
I watched when he was hugging his dad and
hugging
all
his
that.
caddy. He was hugging his caddy as soon as he made it. He was just fucking losing it on the green. Like I love to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he's
I
like,
was telling Chris, I love to see that kind of stuff from someone you don't really see win often or be in
no,
contention.
just won
And
recently.
yeah, he won 2 months ago. It was his first win on tour.
Yeah,
So when you see a guy like that just come out, play lights out golf, and just like break down after winning like the biggest tournament of your life, it's awesome to see. It's good for the game. It's good for everything. And it's tough for obviously it's tough for the guy you're playing against, but like Ricky basically like you could like read his lips a little bit. He basically like went up to him afterwards. He was like, dude, like you were just unreal.
yeah. And Ricky's that guy. Ricky's that type of guy, though.
Yeah.
And much just kind
Unfortunately,
of.
spring break 2023 is not going to happen. But
No,
God damn it.
you could have had more fun instead of blowing another open.
Yeah. But here,
Major.
I do have one comment, and I was telling Chris, and he called him the dickhead of the week. These reporters, man, when you blow a lead or you lose a tournament, the first dude, she asked Rory, he came off. She said to Rory, I have the quote. I wrote the quote down. It was ridiculous. So first things out of her mouth. Oh, another close call in the major, Rory. Was it we think it was your putter this time? Why don't you just fucking look him in his eyes and be like, hey, why didn't you win, you fucking loser? Like you
Yeah,
suck.
you couldn't make a putt outside 10 feet. Like, figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy just fucking he played great, and he obviously knows that he's been that close every single major in the last couple of years. But just to just hound him again and be like, another one you lost.
Yeah.
I know.
How do you feel about losing again?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, was it your putter this time, you fucking loser? Figure it out. It's
Yeah.
just so tough, man. Just you gotta phrase these questions a little different. You'd be like, it
Yeah.
was a tough one
You
today.
don't,
Like
you don't
you get
want to
it, putts weren't dropping. What can you take away from something like this? Not just be like, well, you were this close, but guess what? You lost.
instantly. They instantly do it. They instantly go up to him.
Yeah, the guy just put his scorecard in and you trapped him outside and you were like, what's it feel like to lose again?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Look
Like,
at like imagine like the Stanley Cup playoffs, and they come up to like Bobrovsky or something. And they're like, how's it feel to get blown out on the Stanley Cup and he's not even off the ice yet? Like he
exactly.
shakes hands, and then just as he's getting off the bench, like, hey, you want to do an interview? Like, fuck, leave me alone for an hour and a half, and I'll come do media. Like,
Yeah. Let the guy breathe first. He didn't even hand his scorecard in. You're telling him how his putter sucks and he lost another major by one stroke. Like, Jesus Christ.
oh my god,
It was tough. But congrats to Wyndham. It was a great tournament for him. I think dude, he jumped up like 100 spots in the standings.
yeah, we were talking about this last week. How it happens?
Winnings are huge.
Yeah,
And you know what's gonna boost his confidence? He's gonna now I hope this doesn't mean he's gonna like be satisfied with this win and like, oh, maybe I'll play what's next week? Travelers? Something.
maybe.
What's next week's tournament?
Look it up. I'm not sure actually.
Um, yeah,
Oh,
Travelers. Like, is this gonna
yeah,
be like, just won the U.S. Open? Maybe I'm not gonna try as hard in the Travelers, or is this just gonna be like boost his confidence to more? He's gonna shoot lights out. He's gonna stay in contention for like what Travelers, the Rocket Mortgage, John Deere, Scottish Open, like in these next
River
upcoming tournaments.
Highlands. River Highlands.
Yeah,
It's a fun course to watch and play at.
it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited. I love when guys win. I think I just love Sunday golf more than anything. I think I just
Yeah,
love championship Sunday.
it was cool that it was in like the like later night. We could just watch it, like late night watch.
Prime
Don't
time golf is huge. Because there's nothing else on, and everybody's just watching golf. You're seeing people tweet who don't ever tweet about golf, being like, "Yo, primetime golf rules."
Oh yeah. It's just, you don't get to do it often. You don't get to really do it often at all.
Now,
Well, especially majors.
oh God, yeah. And I think that's what made it better was the fact this was a major. Like if this was again like the John Deere Classic or like the Zozo, no one's gonna care.
Yeah, not really.
But being a major, I think, is sick.
Yeah, it added a little bit of different like meaning to it. Oh my God, sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, golf talk giving me allergies. I'm
Yeah.
golfing tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope I get 18 in. We'll get into that later though.
So you sent me this. So again, well, let's finish. Congrats on Wyndham 2023 Open US Open champion. Um, again, wish it was a little bit more exciting down the stretch, but it was close. I just wish there were more people there. I mean,
yeah, like
but
I just
yeah.
if it's rowdy, then that's like it's like look at like the waste management and stuff. I mean, like those tournaments do so well because there's just rowdy people there,
Hmm.
and there's just people having fun, and it just seemed like really old school, like commentary heavy to like, and like I feel like they put them like the course itself is really enclosed, so like you could hear cheering off the mics, but I swear those motherfuckers would put mics aimed at the like other green, so when someone's putting, you hear the other
Dude,
green applauding.
it's so
So
loud.
you're like, oh, it's packed. You can hear everybody cheering. I'm like, well, that green's like 20 yards from that green, that tee box. So that's why you hear that. And the mics are just catching it up because how close they are. It's not actually like,
Well, I had
oh,
that talk with again. I had that talk with Chris. Ricky put one of his shots on that par five was 16, I think, is that par five,
15, I
whatever,
think, right?
15,
Yeah.
whatever it was. He put his second shot on the
Tee
tee
box.
box,
Yeah.
but like, and that's what Chris was like. Maybe it's just a better. I mean, he birdied the hole, and he was like, "Oh, it's just a better lie." Like making a joke about it. Oh, he's better angle in on the green, and he
Yeah.
birdied it. But dude, he was those tee boxes are 4 feet off the greens.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's just, I don't know. It wasn't, it was, congrats to Wyndham.
Yep.
You deserved it. I wish it was a little different ending.
Hmm.
Just in the sense of like enjoying competitive sports and watching the competitive nature of people come out. Like I love a good playoff, man.
I do. I
But
love a playoff.
you get playoffs every week
Oh
and
my
every
god, a
major.
prime time major playoff would have been unbelievable.
You thought with the lineup they had and like the guys how they were playing, it was very possible. But
And the way
we
that
played well.
Rory was playing, just
Yeah,
he got to that 9 under, man, and he just stalled.
couldn't do anything.
Couldn't do anything. Well, we have the Open in a month, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, where's that at?
That is actually it is Royal Liverpool.
Ooh,
That's gonna be cool on July 20th through the 23rd.
when was it held there last?
God, I have no idea. Last
Mm,
time the Open was at Royal, was it ever?
I feel like I've seen Roy.
Twenty
I've seen this course before. I don't know if it's from open videos or fucking Rick Shields video because it's one or the other. I definitely seen Rick Shields play this fucking course.
2014 was the last Open at Royal Liverpool.
It's probably when I remember. I bet Rick Shields played it before that Open or after that Open. I promise you. That's how I know
He's
it.
probably played it last week. The guy plays all
Yeah.
over pristine courses.
Well, congrats to Wyndham. But I did send you something pretty interesting on
You
Instagram the
did.
other day.
You
So,
sent me this Golf Digest post.
yep,
That,
I'll read
that
it
I
out for you.
love. Absolutely love this.
Pick two events to get free tickets to for the rest of your life. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The options are the Masters, Tour Championship, PGA Championship, Waste Management Open, Players, the Open Championship, the Ryder Cup, the U.S. Open.
Okay. Two
I spent a
events.
lot of time debating on what I would choose.
Yeah, it took a couple minutes, but I think I got my two. Um, and I'll explain each one. But I'll start. We'll go one and one. So give me your first one, and I feel like we both have the same answer for one of these.
Okay. One of mine is the players.
Okay, that's not
That's
on
a that's a for sure one of mine.
mine. Okay, explain.
TBC Sawgrass is my dream course to play,
Yep,
and
as of
like
mine's my top three.
I grow up like playing that course on like Wii consistently, and like even the 2K games, like I always love going uh playing that course. And like the Players Championship to me is the fifth major.
Yeah,
So like just seeing that the finishing holes there, just like it's just something that like for me is like it's you got like a mixture of like serious but also like fun crowds. It's not like as strict as the other like actual majors, but for me
where
it's
would
one of
you
those.
stay? Would you camp at like 16? Would that be your spot?
I'd probably follow people around. If I was camping somewhere, I'd probably camp at the around 17 to
Mm-hmm.
then follow 18 and follow in 18 at the end on like a Sunday, but I'd probably want to follow a group around if I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be a follower.
All right.
What's
All
one of
right.
your wants?
Okay,
By the
my
way.
one is going to be probably the easiest choice of mine. So obviously, number one is the Masters. I feel like the Masters is the golf tournament, and to be like, I have free tickets for life at the Masters. I feel like
Yeah.
to me, it's a no brainer.
I well that was my one and two. So the
Was that your
Masters,
two?
no, it's not my two.
Oh, it's
It,
not. Oh boy. Okay.
I have a good reason though. I have a
All
good
right.
reason.
Okay.
So yeah, Augusta, it'd be unbelievable. It'd be so goddamn cool. It'd be like I have Masters tickets every year. But for me, when I look at Masters versus players, like the Sawgrass just is like something that I like. It's just how like that course is like the first course I learned like TJ Tour course. Like if I see a highlight from a hole like a shot like there, I know what hole it is. Like if I go to the Masters, some of the holes there will be like, oh, is that 13 or is that 12? Like I
Mm-hmm.
forget what hole it is. Like you show me a hole from Scottsdale or not Scottsdale, Sawgrass, I'll tell you what hole it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the Masters, it was the Masters and the Players, and
Okay.
then I changed because I thought about it a lot.
Oh boy.
My second one is the Ryder Cup
Okay.
because it's not always in the same spot.
Yep.
You just get to absolutely shit talk everyone you see.
Yep.
And I think that would just be some of the most fun atmosphere. Like the Waste Management Open would be cool if I was to 16 every year.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup, I could walk around shooting the shit with some fucking Brits,
Yep.
like just chirping and having a great fucking time watching golf and like getting hammered.
Mm-hmm.
So my two are the Players in the Ryder Cup.
That's a good one. So my second pick is also the Ryder Cup.
It has the Ryder Cup.
It's
I knew
also the Ryder Cup, and here's the reason. And it was tough because obviously, like you said, like the Open Championship would be sick. Go overseas every year, watch these awesome courses. Players, for the reason you said, Sawgrass is my top three. It's in my top three courses I want to play of all time. PGA Championships kind of fun. Waste Management, it's basically 16 or 18. There's no in between.
Mhm. Yeah.
The Tour Championship, I don't really care as much for that one to be there, and the
No.
same with the U.S. Open. Even though it's like our golf tournament, I feel like I don't know. It's just kind of tough. Like today, if I was there today, I don't know if I'd be. Um, I mean, obviously, I'd be hyped to be there, but I don't think it would hit the same if it like last year if I was at Brookline.
Yeah.
So
No.
the reason I picked the Ryder Cup, the Masters or any one of these other tournaments, you go to see like when we went to the BMW here in Wilmington, we followed around our guys, right? Couple guys here and there who wanted to watch these certain players. So that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. If you're going to the Masters, you get to follow around your certain couple guys you want to see. The Ryder Cup, you're fucking representing USA. You don't give a fuck if it's Harris English or if it's fucking Patrick Reed, you are on their fucking side the entire time. And you are with every single USA fan there cheering for the same guys. It's almost like a team sport event.
The best players in the US. Like you
Yeah,
don't have they won't like I'm not like if you go to these events and you'd be like, oh, who's this no name dude I'm following around? That was a good shot. I'm at the Ryder Cup. I'm fucking watching Dustin Johnson do coke off Paulina Gretzky's ass, like, and then going out and
exactly. I'm
that's
wearing a USA flag jumpsuit and I'm getting there at 2 a.m. and they open gates. I am sprinting with
yeah,
everybody else wearing American flag stuff. I am yelling in the face of the European fans. I am getting pissed drunk, but we're all
yeah.
getting pissed drunk and we're all cheering for the same players. It's not like we're getting pissed drunk at like the Masters or at the Waste Management Open, hoping for like a hole in one. You're screaming for every single shot from every single one of these guys because it's your country.
That's sick.
It's like going to the Olympics and watching USA.
No, I agree.
So I feel
That's
like the Ryder Cup is a no-brainer choice. Free tickets for life. I mean,
the only downside to that one is it's not every year.
that is the only downside.
That's why at first I was Masters and Players.
But it just makes it that
More
much
special.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to.
That's so tough, man. Like that's so hard. This is actually a tough it's a good topic to talk about because like you can honestly make a point for every single one of these courses.
Yeah, well, have you
Every one of
seen
these
those?
tournaments.
I want to see if I have it saved. There's another one where it's like if you had to pick any three or any two sporting events to like go to for the rest of your life. Like it was like the Masters, the Champions League final, Super Bowl, Stanley Cup, World Series, like
Mm-hmm.
all that. That I was and that when I chose that, I was like, well, Masters is on there, and then probably Stanley Cup or Super Bowl, honestly. Or but then I was also like, damn, like the Champions League final with it, like soccer fans, man, they're fucking something else.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, they
so
are.
many good options. It's hard to just narrow down to like two. But
It is
yeah,
tough, but again, you can make an argument for every single one. I'm trying to find the. I think you have to base your answers off what you'll have the most fun at.
yeah, and just like what suits you. Like for me, like if you give me three, it'd be the Masters players and the Ryder Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Take the Ryder Cup out of the equation and put another normal tournament in there. It's Masters and players.
Yeah,
But the Ryder Cup is just something that, like, I feel like if someone said you went free tickets to life for the Ryder Cup, no one's gonna say no. It's like you have to choose between free, like that's where even for me, like what I did in my head, I was like, one person here says I go to the Masters every year for the rest of my life, or I go to every Ryder Cup, and I'm like, the Masters would be sweet, but I feel like I'd have so much more fun at the Ryder Cup every 4 years planning that trip.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
show
If I
up,
had to
play
pick one out of the two, I'm probably going Ryder Cup.
stuff, man.
But it's hard to say because, like, I guess you go, yeah, I'll have more fun at the Ryder Cup, but the Masters is every single year.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the biggest golf tournament in the world.
Yeah,
So
that's tough. That's a good one. That's a great one. So we played this week.
yeah.
Where'd you play at?
I played at a golf course here in Jersey called Eagle Ridge, I
Mhm.
believe it was. I showed up and had no idea where the fuck I was going. I was like, where the fuck am I going? Couldn't find the first tee. The starter was like telling me what to do. He's like, oh, like there's two people that I was gonna pair you up with, but they didn't want to wait because you're like we're like not super busy, so we sent them out a little early. But if you go catch them, like you can just join in with them. So I like played the first hole, which was like a 6 minute cart ride to get to, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Uh, put one straight into the hazard, like the creek on the left. Dropped, ended up making bogey, and caught up with these guys, and kind of turned my round around, and just I was pretty steady all day. It was just a lot of pars and some bogeys. But I did do a live tracker on Twitter though.
You did. You had
Anybody
the
saw
Ryan
that?
tracker going.
I shot four over on the par fives that day, and shot a 78.
It's not bad.
Like it's four over on the four par fives is terrible.
That's well, yeah,
For
yeah.
for how for me, like my where I gain the most strokes and like on my 18 birdies app, like they're all my rounds. My closest hole scoring average to par is par fives.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 5 or 5.1. Like the fours are like 4.3 and threes are like 3.4.
Mm-hmm.
Like because I'm up with my like distance, which is like one of the like pros to my games, how far I can hit like long irons and stuff and the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one par five went hazard dropped, had to punch out. So I still couldn't go with the green. Hit the green, had like a 20-footer, two putt bogey. The next
Mm-hmm.
par five, I hit the center of the fairway, had like a 7 iron and just kind of caught the front edge of the green. Had like a 70-foot putt over like two hills and ended up three putting. I put like 10 feet and then just missed the putt for the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that I'm trying to think what the other par fives were. The one par five, I hit a bomb of a drive. It was like a 560-yard hole downhill. I hit like the speed slot and kicked it, and I had like 161 into this pin, like tucked on the water. It was all water on the left side of the green. It
Mm-hmm.
was tucked in the corner, and there was legit like 6 yards of not even. It was like 3 paces, 7 paces. It was maybe I don't know 4 or 5 yards of green where the flag was, and then a massive amount of green on the right side. So
Yeah.
it was 161 downwind, and I didn't know if I wanted to hit a full pitching wedge with the wind and just try and carry the bunker. So it was like a 140 or 156 to carry the bunker and 161 to the pin.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the rough for it was bunker rough green. So what I ended up doing was I took a 9 iron. I tried to just hit a knockdown nine and start at center of the green and hit it over. So and I was like, oh my gosh, like this has to be a birdie. I just gotta hit the green at 2 putt and I make a birdie. Like I'm juiced.
Mm-hmm.
I end up like pulled hitting a fat pulley 9 iron that doesn't even get to the bunker, which is like 130. So it like just hits the rocks before the bunker, and I'm there, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, there's no way I just did this. And the guys I'm playing with, they're like, did you just hit that in the water? I'm like, there's some older gentlemen, great guys, like, yeah, like what happened? And I'm like, I tried to attack the pin and wasn't confident in the club, and so I go up, I walk up. And I drop, I go online. I have like 70 yards. I'm like, fuck, I have to play this like 66 and no more. I play it, end up playing it like 70,
Mm-hmm.
lands just past the pin, runs down the fescue behind the green. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose this ball. I'm just gonna have to like drop because at that point it was fescue, and I didn't have another ball, so I didn't have like a provisional from the fairway for my drop
Mm-hmm.
because if I would have been a lost ball. I would have had to technically gone back to, and I wasn't gonna go back and play from it was a fucking it's a ground on a Tuesday. I was not walking 100 yards back to re-hit that shot,
Yeah.
so I would have to drop and play it as like a hazard. I find it, and it's like there's like a cart path that goes down at the end of the green to like where the water is, and then there's just a fescue, and it's on the line of the fescue in the path. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Hey guys, watch out and just swing and hack it out, just like onto the green and two putt or seven. Actually, my first putt, I blew it like 8 feet by the fucking hole. I'm like, what am I doing? Just get out of here with a seven. Why are you even flirting with an eight?
Mm-hmm.
And then I make an 8 footer or whatever, 7 footer for double bogey. And I was like, and then on the next back nine, I hit I hit it was downwind again, and I hit a drive that like if you go over this line here, it's like a 290 carry. And I'm like, all right, that's like I can carry that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hit a little left, and they're like, that might not be all right. I'm like, fuck, all right. It was like the best drive I hit all day. It was a little left, like over the cut in the corner. We drive up my balls in like the left side of the fairway, so it must have just got through. We're like, oh, sick. And I have like a 6 iron in this par five, which is like a longer club, but I just like winds off the left. And I'm like, okay, I'll just aim left side. The ball's below my feet. I'll let it just fade over to the right side of the green. And I fucking like just overcook it the shit out of it. Like I didn't slice it or anything. And it just went into the fescue, and I had to hack out and short of the green, then chipped up and then missed like a 5 footer for par. I was like, Jesus, like I could have easily like my 78 could have been a 74, 73 if I did like I just say if I parred every par five instead of like not even gaining strokes, just par them all, I'm at
Mm-hmm.
74. And like par fives are my bread and butter. But the round besides that was like pretty sturdy. And like anytime I had good birdie chance, I just didn't connect. Like I drove it, there's like a green or I drove the green or just drove it past the green. I had like such a simple chip shot and just duffed it to like 10 feet because I was scared to like roll it off the green. Like it's just nothing ever bad happened that day, but it was just bogeys. And then I birdied the 18 though, because I thought I was gonna shoot 79. I birdied 18, which was nice.
Nice. That's good.
It's a really nice course. If anybody's ever in the area, like the front, like they have 27 holes there, and the first night we played with like the new links, like the links course they have, and it's oh my god, it's beautiful. The greens are so pure, the fairways are immaculate. Like for a Jersey course that's near the beach, you'd think it'd be flat and boring. It's anything but that. It's
That's awesome.
hilly. That's stuff that you don't see in Jersey,
Mhm.
like this that part of Jersey. And then we played like the blue course or something. I don't or the Ridge course next. I think it was Ridge. I think it was Ridge Pine and Links.
Mhm.
So we played Ridge, and Ridge was really nice. There was a lot. It was like it was crazy how the 9 holes just changed. It's like a
Mhm.
lot less drivers, like a lot like. And to be fair, the only reason I like playing a new course, I'm like super happy with 78. And these guys, like the guys I play with, they're both like 85 or something, and they were telling me where to hit the ball. And without them, I would have not known what to do, and it would have been a lot worse. But I'm never like I'm super pumped with how I played. I was just consistent. And then like when I'd miss greens or if I think I only three putt like once or twice.
Mhm.
Yeah, around. It was a really cool course. I want to play it again. And I'm supposed to play tomorrow, but I also have a flight at 7:20. So I'm hoping we get 18 or 2 times at like 2:20 and we're about 45 minutes from the airport. So if I get to the airport 5:30, then I'm good. But if we're cutting that close, I'm gonna have to wrap it up quick, which I hope doesn't happen.
Nothing worse than playing fast golf.
No, but yeah, that's my round recap. How about you? You played Del Castle, one
I
of my
did. I
favorite.
played Del Castle on Saturday morning. It This course is one of those courses where you should be able to shoot low every time. If
Yeah,
your
where
if
I
your
have my
drives are there and you can find your ball, there's no reason why you should be shooting mid to high 80s.
yeah,
So I shot an 82. Terrible day. So par the first hole, right? Smoke a drive right down the middle.
love that hole.
Uh,
It's such an easy hole to start out with. It's
Such an
just
easy hole. I left side of the green on my second shot, just off. So I went up and down for par. Second hole is where got a little tough off the bat. Fairway pushed it left, cleared the water, pushed it left under these trees. Second shot, uh, this is where it happened. Second shot, I put it to the right side of the fairway into those trees. Have to two chip out, lip a par putt, or no, lip my. So I'm now putting for bogey. Lip that out. Full 360 came back to me. Had a tap in for a 7. Terrible fucking second hole. Third
tough on
hole,
that.
third hole's going right back, dead straight. Smoked another drive right down the middle. Uh, the second shot, I actually flew the green, chipped on, lipped out my first putt, and second putt that for a bogey. So now I'm what 3 over through 3, starting to get a little irritated because it's just stupid little things that are just messing me up. Hole 4, little dog leg right, cut the bunker on the right. Uh, Cut the bunker, missed a what did I do? I missed short of the green, but close enough to where I could putt it. So I two putt that for par. Dude, I was saving throughout the entire round. I was just saving pars with my putter. Like my
That
putter was lights out.
was that pin on the bottom on
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
Best spot to have that pin.
Yep. Par 5 was probably my best hole. I mean, even though I parred it. So again, it's another little dog leg right. Cut the trees on the right, and I flew the green on a driver because it's a short par 4.
Mhm.
So I
You're
flew the green on a driver. What's up?
running whites that day, right?
Yeah. Flew the green on the driver, missed the so went behind it left. Uh and I chipped up and in for a par. Saved that one. Hole 6. I could not hit a green on a par 3 to save my fucking life. To save my life. Left this green short in between the two bunkers. Chipped up,
Mhm.
hit the flag, dropped about 4 or 5 feet next to the pin, tap that one in. Hole 7, another was that par 5, long par 5.
Yeah, it's a tough hole.
Yeah, cooked it left. Uh, Cooked it left. Fucking second shot was about maybe 210. put that one left, chip up, duff the chip, 2-putt, bogey, tough. Hole 8, nice short par 4, smoked it right down the middle. I actually cut the left bunker, which is no longer a bunker.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is anymore.
No, they like started growing grass through it. They like flattened it out. Yeah, so I flew it over. I cut it on the left side, and my cousins I was playing with, they were like, "Yo, if that's not in the bunker, you should be golden." So we drive up there. It's not in the bunker. It's about 75 yards from the green. Uh, chip that up. Uh, 2-putt that for a par, and then par 3, hole 9. This was a bad one to have. Miss it short. Chip up. 2-putt. Bogey.
It's a tough hole though. I miss the green a lot because I never know how much to play it downhill and what the wind's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always try and play for that hole. Like no matter where the pin is, I just aim right. And I always take an extra club because at worst comes to worst, I catch the right back part of the green. There's no trouble back there.
Yep.
Uh, but the pin I feel like is always on the left side, whether it's tucked left front or
Pin
left middle.
pin was tucked right side near that bunker.
Right side, yeah. See, that's a
So I
tough
left
one.
it. I had it short of the bunker, chipped on, and then had a 2-putt, which was just so bad, dude. The amount of putts that was just I was leaving it. If it was like, and the greens were pretty firm and they were running. So like if I'm aiming left edge on like a slight break, there was no break because it was just rolling through. So the amount that I've lipped out or just ran right through the edge killed me.
Mhm.
So then
Hey,
whole
pause you real quick.
yeah.
I just there's this just came out. Going back to the Open today, Ricky said that they asked him what he said. Wyndham. He said I went back in there and just said your mom was with you. She'd be very proud.
Yeah.
That's that's what he told him.
Yeah, it was,
That's
dude. It was unbelievable. And I kind of had a feeling that they did something so dumb, the broadcast for that, when he was walking up 18, they were like talking about his mom and they had the camera real close on him and they were telling the to all the viewers like how he lost his mom 10 years ago and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I mean, now he's gonna win. Like you can't do that to us right now. Now you know like it's over.
mhm.
I think it's a tough look for. I mean, what are they? Obviously, you're going to say something about it, but I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
once I
All
feel
right.
like they brought that up, it was over. He won it. All right,
All right.
hole 10, dog leg right. Where's my fairway? Hit the fairway with my drive. Miss the green. Chip up and in.
Is it like a 5 iron
No, I haven't used my driver.
on that hole?
Yep.
You would? Oh, I would. I can never hit a driver. No, I always hit a 3 iron and just
Oh
then
wait,
three.
wait, no. 10's the one with the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, no. That's the only club. That's the only hole I did not use a driver on,
Yeah.
and I left it short. Everybody else was cutting the trees to the right. I left that one short. Still went up and down for a par. 11, 11 was a tough one. Missed the fairway left into those trees like that run along the side of 12. I cooked it way back there 12 by the fescue. Had about 115-yard shot. Not, I might have been farther than that, man. I might have been 150 out. Like I
Mhm.
pushed that so right. Pitch couldn't see the green. Just threw a pitching wedge up there. Uh and I had to end up 2-putting for that. But I did save a par. I drained like a 25-foot putt for par. And then that's where the bogey started to happen after that hole. Hole 12 going right back towards the water. Hit the fairway, hit the green, and this is the worst thing you could ever happen in golf was a 3-putt.
Yeah. I stink.
Hole 14, no,
Yeah. 14 to be next.
no, 13. So 12 I bogeyed with the par 5 or the par 4 hit a 5. 13 is that real sharp dog leg left.
You driver that?
Drove that over the trees into the fescue. Found it. Punched it out. I punched it out close to the bunker. I made it on the green, but I was about 40 feet. So I had a two putt lag to save a par on that one. But those fucking fescues, dude, I was just ripping my legs apart because I was like, I'm not losing this ball. Like, I'm going to find this ball. So I found that, hacked it out, And then 14's the par three. Missed the fucking green. Missed the fucking chip. Got it close. Ended up saving a par with another 10 to 12 foot par. And then this is where the round absolutely fell apart on hole 15, that long par five.
Yeah.
Now I was hitting a fade or starting to hit a draw more than I like have ever done. So I've been trying to keep playing the draw. And even my buddies, like my cousins I was playing with, they're like, yo, you are smoking your draws today. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try to change it up, hit a fade this time, play a little left, fucking top it off the tee. Top
Nice.
it off the tee, right down to the rough, right by the fairway. Second shot, fucking 4-iron. I'm like, I don't even care. We're backed up. I'm just kind of just trying to throw it out there. I fucking catch it with the heel of my club and I put it right next to the road.
Oh, not in the road though, so that's good.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So the first tee. So that. So the first tee shot was actually this was the what I get. I got a double bogey on this one, an 8. Lost ball. First ball gone. It's in the park across the street. Snap.
Okay.
Fuck. Then there was the Duff tee shot. And then it was in the tree. And then I was like, okay, I'm about 180. I take a strong 7-iron just to fucking muscle it out of the rough. I hit the tree behind the green.
Yeah, probably flew on you. That's usually downwind that hole.
Yep. Flew it, fucking hit the tree behind the green, dropped right behind the tree. I had 2 chips. First putt blew past the hole. Second putt was a 7-footer for an 8. At that point, I was like, this is so fucked. And I'm looking, and now I'm getting in my head and I'm looking at my score. And it's tough. Yeah. I ended up parring 16 and 17. Missed the fairway on 16 at par 4. Missed the green up and down. That's 17. 17 was the only par 3 I hit the fucking green on. But that green is so fat and it's so far. And the pin was tucked all the way to the left that I pushed a pitching wedge to the right, 3-hopped the fairway and trickled onto the green. That's the only way I got on.
Mm-hmm.
I had an insane, like 85-foot lag putt that hit the flag post and popped left. So I had no birdies in this entire hole or this entire round of golf. 18 was probably until I got to the green, it was my best hole of the day. The straight uphill, and then it drops like 100 yards downhill, and then it's straight up.
Yeah.
So everyone's putting their drives. So 2 guys are by the trees on the right. My cousin's left side of the fairway. Well, I take my driver, I step up to it. I don't even practice swing. I don't line up, nothing. And I rope one. I don't even catch the hill. It drops straight down to the bottom of this gully. And then I take my 3-wood. I'm going uphill. I'm like 240. So I take a 3-wood straight uphill, pushed it right behind the flag, off to the side of the rough, duff a chip going up, 2 putts for a fucking bogey. And I walk out of there with an 82. But I'm looking at it as if I par those 2 blow-up holes, that 8 and that 7, I come in at a 78. And then I look at some of these putts that I'm just missing, these easy, like 6-foot, 7-foot putts for birdie that are just lipping out. And there's no reason I shouldn't have like a 73. Yeah. It was tough. It was a tough day, but I've been trying to work on my draw. It's getting there. So I can't be so mad about it. But it's those little fucking, God damn it. You don't lose a ball in that fucking dead straight par 5 because I try to cook it. You don't fucking hit the fucking tree because you're just trying to get it out of the fucking rough. It's tough. But then you hit like a drive on 18 where you're like, you know what? I am fucking kind of okay at this game a little bit.
I'm trying. I don't know. I don't go to the range anymore. I go to the range to start the season. I'll go when I don't feel like playing golf, but I just try to go out and play now. And when I can play, and I don't know, it's like I always because in like high school, like I was happy with like 85s, 86s, like that's where I shot, and that's not many people break 90 in the sport of golf, so like anything in the 80s is always good. And then as I played like junior hockey, I'd go to the range a lot, so I got to like work on my game in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started like putting a lot of stuff that I struggled with in high school. I learned how to putt a lot better. My putting's a lot better. My short game got better, and then I got more consistent because my irons have always been like probably the strongest suit of my game, like ball striking in general.
Hmm.
They've always hit the ball well. It's just sometimes I struggle with like I'd be like because I have that natural draw. So like when I run the troubles when I am either when I'm hitting that snap hook left and then a straight push, so where I get stuck at the bottom of my swing, and my
Hmm.
hand so committed to not my left arm's coming through. I'm so committed to not pulling over across that I'm just leaving the face open and my pass out in and out already, and just a straight push right. But then I like I've my thing now is like go out and golf. I have two swing thoughts in my head, and if it works that day, it works. If not, just try and scrape together something in low 80s, high 70s. Because like when I'm playing good, it's a lot of fun, and when I'm playing bad, it's just like time to drink. The
Hmm.
best advice I ever got is about a month ago, and I'll keep this down. Golf during the week is time to score. Golf on the weekends time to get drunk and have fun. You play golf during the week,
That's a great line right there.
play golf on the week, go out and play serious. And you play on the weekend, don't give a fuck and just have fun.
Yeah.
That's like tomorrow's Monday, so I'm gonna try and play well. I got a
Yeah.
flight. I don't know. It's a course that I've never heard of, never played, so it's another course where I could go out and I can play well, I can play bad. I haven't swung on the club since Tuesday, so I'm sure the first couple holes are gonna be rough, but we'll see.
We'll
We
see.
will.
And I think I've been getting better at my draw because I've been shortening my backswing. So I'm not going as far up. I'm kind of like stopping about 80% of the way, which is I
Yeah.
think it's causing me to be able to, I don't know.
What's cool with that, like I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
like the short and long backswing, because like that's where I like try and think about a lot of stuff too. Because like when I'm hitting like really ropey hooks, it's because I have a long backswing and my lower body it just drops
Hmm.
and it becomes super handsy. But then sometimes when I shorten my swing, I get my body moving forward because I'm not fully rotating, so I don't get to rotate my hips fully. But then I shorten my backswing, and then it becomes that push because my hands are like my body isn't fully rotated. So I agree with that. Like, but there are times where I short my backswing and I rotate my full body and I'm hitting like perfect little draws.
Yeah. I think
Not putting.
so. I mean, I can be mad at an 82 after leaving a lot of putts and a lot of shots out there, but like trying to work on not really having a new swing, but like kind of changing my swing a bit. I don't think I could be mad at an 82. First
No,
time out there trying to change a swing. It's always going to be tough. You're never going to shoot great when you're trying to change a major part of your game.
yeah,
But I don't know. I'm probably going to go out this weekend, try to find a little something and just maybe just hit the range and maybe just try to work on this draw because I want to. Because, like you were saying, my iron game has always been there from like 210 to like 140 in on money, but my chips have been getting better. My putting is substantially getting a lot better. Now I just got to work on being completely accurate and a lot more consistent off the tee because that's where, dude, if you have a bad tee shot, man, it's so hard to try to scrounge for par.
yeah. My big thing is I I try and take driver off like a lot less tees now. Like when I play Delcastle, there is let's see, I don't hit driver on four. I don't hit driver on five. I hit 3 wood on both of those. And then I don't on eight, I hit 3 wood. On 10, I hit 3 iron. I usually hit 3 wood on 11. And I hit 3 iron on 13.
Mhm.
And then I hit 3 iron or 3 wood on 16. And yeah, so it's like 6 holes there. And that's just for how much I played that course. Because me and my buddy play it all the time because like that's our midway point.
Mhm.
Like my course there is like I go there and I could tell you like what how I'm gonna play that, like how I'm gonna draw it up to play that course.
Mhm.
And like there's just like because like on hole four, for example, like there's so much trouble right. And with I like so if I push one right with a driver, I'm screwed. If I like cut a little 3 wood though or push it, I'll usually stop short of the crap. But if I go left with a 3 wood, there's that tree left of the green. I'll be short enough. I'll have a wedge in my hand still to go over. I've hit drivers so many times left side in that rough down there because I know it's open. So I just commit to like hitting a big draw left and not going right.
Mhm.
I have to hit a punch shot under that tree because where it's placed, and it's just like so like it's all like courseman like playing course like when I play Wingcoat though I could not tell you what I'm gonna hit when I go out there. Even though we played
Really?
that course, I couldn't know.
which is
like it's
crazy because that's probably the one of the only courses that, and maybe Mox and Run, where I can tell you exactly where to put a shot.
a Mox and Run is that my thing. Mox and Run. If you get by the first 3 holes, easy course.
Yeah.
First 3 holes are tough because it's just skinny line fairways that all slope, and if you don't hit it, you don't land it in the rough, you're missing the fairway and the fucking trees.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow. Crazy for our home course. You have no idea what you're going to shoot every single time.
I hate that course. Hate them with fucking
Wow.
passion.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Like
probably because
why?
you played it too much.
Yeah, I like the back nine more than I like the front nine.
Yeah.
Wingcoat is just like when we play Wingcoat, it's just like there's so many holes where you have to play it as like you just really shouldn't hit driver, and it should be an iron off the tee and then a long iron into a hole, and I can't stand that. Like Del Castle's short enough to where like you can hit irons off it. Like, man, you can play Del Castle with a 5 iron, a pitching wedge, and like a 60 and a putter, and you could shoot the same damn score.
Hmm.
You don't need anything else there. It's what 66 from the Blues, 64 from the Whites. It's not long, or maybe it's 65 from the Blues, 63 from the Whites. It's not a long course either way. Like T markers only differ by 100, 150, 200 yards. Like half the time the Blues, like they don't even have T markers out there, and you just gotta go play from wherever on the tee box. But
Yeah.
It's also a fun little course to hop around. You can go out there and shoot really well though, which is fun. And
Hmm.
it's always just in like good conditions, never great.
It's
But
great. It was in great conditions. The greens were firm. They were running. The only problem was the bunkers were very tough. So I only I didn't put any in the bunker, but like the guys we were playing with put a couple in the bunker, and they were like, it's just not worth chipping out of these bunkers, so we're just dropping in the rough.
since you should just rocks, and if it's anything that's not like even like I love wet sand. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather hit a bunker shot out of wet sand than dry sand. But if it's just no sand and it's just dirt, it's like yeah, no thanks. I'm
Yeah, it
not
was like a
down with
mix. It was a mix between like really gravelly sand and like clay.
yeah.
But there's it's tough. First round out in a couple weeks, so can't really be super grumpy about it.
Try and get some videos tomorrow on the course for the socials, and I haven't played my buddies, so I actually have a camera person that I'll probably do like a hole by hole, do like 3 holes. I'll do like a par three, a par four, and a par five. They have to come play with me. You'll
Yeah,
see me.
you have to fucking fix your par five streak.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just bring before we end this episode 3. Let me just read off my stats at fucking like my scoring averages because I know it's at my handicap went up too after that last round, which is crazy. It's 3-1 to 3-2, and I shot 78. I'll look at my stats there. So where's the scoring average? Over all par averages on par threes, I average a 3.4. Par
Mhm.
four is a 4.1. Par fives is a 5. We're at my average from the last 111 rounds.
Mhm.
Like I averaged 10.9 pars per round, 2.1 birdies, 10 and a half greens, and 6 fairways. Like it's crazy how bad I played the par fives, and that's been a theme like as of late for me.
Mhm.
Like I go recent 30 days, yeah. Oh no, I have to fucking pay. I'm not doing that. Hell no, I don't care that much. But yeah, play tomorrow. Get ready for uh travelers, right?
Yep. Travelers on Thursday. What's your handicap sitting at now? What did you say it went up?
3.1. Like it's been just rising this year though. I haven't been playing as much, and like because last year at the end of the summer I was at like a 1.9 because I'd go out and I had like 2 rounds under par last summer I think, and I'd
Hmm.
shoot a bunch of 74s, but now I'm like mid high 70s, which is just like I really, and if I break 80, I'm happy at the end of the day. And if
Hmm.
I shoot my like scoring distribution for me is if I 72, 75, great day, or 75 and below, great day. 75 to like 79, good day, and then like 80 to 83, I'm like, that's all right. If I'm above 83, I'm like, you fucked up a lot the other day.
Hmm.
But like, usually if I'm playing bad, I just end up drinking and it gets worse. And
Oh yeah.
but I haven't really I haven't really gone out and got hang around the course this year yet. I did last year though in the Back Creek Open, White Collar Open.
Fuck
Back
off.
Creek.
Fuck off with that shit. Yeah, my handicap is now. So it was sitting pretty at a 6. And I played the links at Lighthouse Sound. We did like this little tournament, like a bunch of guys from like when I was working at UPS. We went out and played a couple courses in Ocean City, and so I shot a 70. I shot 2 under at Lighthouse Sound, uh, which was actually as a I don't know if you played it. Have you played that course? Lighthouse Sound is an absolute beautiful course. I did 3 birdies on the front 9, 2 bogeys, and then same thing, 3 birdies on the back with 2 bogeys at 11 and 12. So after yesterday's round, I jumped up to a 6. I'm now a 6.5 with an 82 on
Mhm.
at Del Castle. So that's kind of tough. But I mean,
I have how many fucking
11
rounds?
pars,
100.
50% fairways. Can't really be super pissed off at a 6.5 handicap for only playing what 4 times this year.
Yeah, not at all.
But we're getting there. And whenever we come fucking just wait till we come visit Nashville at some point. That
We'll play some good courses there.
play some really nice courses.
I'm saving up for a membership, so hopefully that all works out, and then I have a membership, and I can just play whenever I want. So at my if I play twice in the weekends, which if I have a fucking membership, you'll see me every Saturday, Sunday I can
Yeah.
playing golf. And I'll be playing 9 holes a lot of days after work. But yeah, I think then again, congrats today to Wyndham.
Yep.
You deserve it, man. I'm happy for you. But fucking hell, Ricky.
Yeah. What the fuck, Rick? What the fuck, JT and Spieth both missing the cuts? Did you see his
Yeah.
tweet? Somebody tweeted at him after he missed a cut on Friday, and they were like, somebody tweeted JT, and they're like, dude, what the fuck happened? He was like, well, shot like shit.
You see that JT and was it Max Homer or like drinking wine or something? Like, we might go live on Instagram and talk about how we feel about the state of golf. And I'm like, holy,
I don't think they
holy,
actually ended up doing that,
I
but
don't
that would
believe
have been all time Instagram live.
it. Fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, until next Sunday, we'll recap the Travelers, recap the week in golf. Peace.